As night falls, wild boars begin to emerge. They roam through the streets of Istanbul as if they own the place. Garbage dumps, home gardens, and cars all can become their targets. They are no longer a familiar sight of the mountains and forests. Wild boars have now become uninvited residents in Turkish cities. They cause destruction, chaos, and even threaten human lives. And these are not just a few stray individuals. Tens of thousands are getting closer and closer to residential areas. Wild boars typically live deep in the forests. But due to habitat loss, deforestation, and climate change, kilograms have sharp tusks and won't hesitate to attack if threatened. Parents worry when their children have to walk to school through areas where boars appear. Given the situation, the Turkish authorities had to take action. The Wildlife Protection Agency coordinated with local governments to implement monitoring and control campaigns. In many areas, limited hunting permits are issued during the winter season. Some localities have set up rapid response teams for wild boar invasions into residential areas. The goal is not to exterminate all, but to control the population and ensure public safety. Methods used include setting traps, controlled night hunting, and electric fences. Licensed hunters use rifles with night scopes and non-lead ammunition. Automated motion sensor traps are also deployed in urban border zones. This is a simple yet highly effective way to deal with wild boars near the city. In the mountainous areas, hunting becomes more challenging. Hunters rely on firearms and the invaluable support of well-trained hunting dogs. These dogs track the scent, chase down the boars, and corner them into positions where the hunters can take action. Wild boars are extremely dangerous animals. They have strong, muscular bodies, can move quickly, and are equipped with sharp tusks capable of causing serious injuries. When cornered, they fight back fiercely, even charging straight at their enemies with formidable force.
Salak.
On the distant hillside, a large herd of wild boars suddenly appears. An estimated 30 individuals, both adults and piglets, move quietly through the low grass and underbrush. The long distance makes aiming a precise shot extremely difficult.
Alt düştü abi, ben alt.
The strategy shifts. They begin to move in, quietly approaching the herd of wild boars.
Okaydım bunu bir tane. Alt düştü. Bassın bassın. Diyor bak arkada.
This was probably the most spectacular scene of the hunt. A whole herd of wild boars, both large and small, moved across the open hillside. Two boars from the herd were brought down after a series of rapid shots. The distance was too great, and the strong wind today made hunting extremely challenging.
Vurduk zaten. 3 tane yerde ya.
3 tane mi?
1 2 3 tane vuruldu bak. 3 de yatıyor şu an yerde.
Followed by a supporting shooter who took position near the herd's likely escape route. And finally, a blocker stationed himself at the rear. step by step, the boars suffered significant losses. Splitting up to cover key hotspots in preparation for the pursuit. Every movement within the silent forest was carefully observed. The first volley of gunfire shattered the stillness. Taking down targets from a distance was no easy feat, especially with the boars constantly on the move.
Ana yıkıyor sana yıkamadı lan.
Wild boars are an invasive species, bringing disease and destruction wherever they go. They don't just devastate crops and rob communities of their livelihoods. They also serve as carriers of numerous dangerous diseases. This campaign aims to eliminate as many wild boars as possible in order to minimize the damage they cause. As a wild and powerful creature, a bullet alone is not always enough to bring it down. It often continues to run, driven by instinct, until exhaustion finally takes its toll.
Ellicem! Nereye gideceksin? Ellicem! Ne oğlum? Yapıştır. Yapıştır.
Two gunshots rang out almost simultaneously. The wild boar was hit, staggering before crashing to the ground.
Ne oğlum?
Dust swirling in the air from the heavy fall. It struggled to rise, but was quickly overpowered. The hunt continued in a different terrain, more mountainous this time. This time, the skilled hunting dogs were released from the trap. They charged up the hillside, their barks quick and excited. Before long, another massive wild boar appeared, sprinting across the open ground on the high slope. The boar was hit, but kept running. The hunters relied on the pack of hunting dogs to track down where the wild boar had fallen after being shot.
Çok güzel abi, dişlere bak.
A male wild boar with impressive curved tusks.
İyi, güzel abi.
Another wild boar was spotted on the muddy dirt road after the rain. The boar was hit, but still tried to dash into the roadside bushes. It turned out to be a boar with a very impressive pair of tusks.
Vay anam vay, odalara bak be. Süper be.
Kim vurdu lan domuzu?
Geç yukarı geç. Geç oraya.
As a result of these measures, certain regions have experienced a 30% reduction in wild boar intrusions over the last 2 years. However, this is a long-term battle. Spring is the breeding season, causing rapid population growth. Some animal protection groups oppose hunting, advocating for more humane solutions. There are also concerns that hunting may disrupt the ecological balance. Wild boars are not enemies. They are just trying to survive. But if no action is taken, consequences will worsen. Controlling wild boars is not simple. It requires knowledge, skills, and cooperation. What do you think about Turkey's approach? Do you have more humane and effective ideas? Leave your comments below and share your thoughts. See you in the next video.